Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. You might ask your real name?
Yeah, Marco.
Marco,
Yeah.
okay, got it. Perfect. So yeah, tell me your story. You starting saying, and then I was like, hey, let's record that. I mean, why are we here?
Why not? Right?
Why not? Exactly.
No, it all started in 2017. Like I was living in New Zealand and I met David, which used to be the other half of Boy Oh Boy. And sort of we discovered that we had the same taste in music, producing and playing. And then we sort of decided to do it together. And then we have been doing it for 5, almost 6 years. And only just recently decided to just split because he was going a slightly different way. I was still very involved into the project, and I still am. And then we just decided to turn it into like a solo project for now.
Okay, cool. And so yeah, and you both have the same taste in music, and you were DJing together.
Well, it was a bit of a funny story because I started up myself in the first place, and I was playing at a club in Auckland, New Zealand, and
South or North Island?
North.
North Island.
Yeah,
Auckland.
in Auckland. It was a really nice club. I think it was my second or third. Yeah, I think it was my second or third gig ever. And I noticed a guy dancing the entire time in front of me with sunglasses on. And then when I was watching him, I was like, why is this dude wearing sunglasses in a pitch dark club? But he was dancing the entire time to my set. And then afterwards I finished, and he came up to me at the bar and he's like, I really love your music, you know, very similar taste. Do you produce as well? And I was like, well, I just started, you know, sort of like getting into it. And then he's like, yeah, I produce as well, let's catch up. And he said to me, I'm playing in a hostel on Wednesdays. If you want to come by, just check it out. And then next Wednesday I went to that hostel, and I came into the hostel. He was playing there in front of like 2 or 3 people, not many, but he was playing one of my favorite tracks back at that time. And I was like, oh God, I love this guy.
Meant to be.
Yeah, it was meant to be. And then the weekend later, we caught up in my bedroom.
BBFs.
Exactly, yeah. We caught up in my bedroom where we had like 2 little speakers and 1 laptop and a little MIDI controller, and then started sort of like jamming. And it seemed like he was really good at the things I was really bad at, and vice versa. And so it was like a really, really good match.
Amazing. I'm really curious about DJing. You know, I think I'm just saying something. I'm really bad at music. This is something that like scratched my mind because, you know, when I was young and, you know, like end of the year kind of ceremony, I always wanted to perform. So I did like the drama testing for the drama club, testing for this, you know, and sort of acting and performing on the stage. They were like, oh, you know, you're pretty cool. We can let you do that. But I was also testing for the singing parts. And I remember year after year, I was like, dude, don't do it. Don't sing. Do not sing. And I never find but I love music, you know? And I'm like, you know, maybe DJing would be like some sort of like a sneaky back door getting into it, you know?
It was my approach. Like, it was very similar for me. You don't want to hear me singing at all. And I didn't really play an instrument. I used to play the guitar a little bit, but really bad, to be honest. And I still had this love for music and electronic music, because electronic music is something like a bit out of this world, you know? Like, you don't really know how does this sound come out of this synthesizer or other different instruments. And I had the same thought, to sneak in through the back door while DJing. But then I quickly realized it was fairly easy to learn how to DJ. If you put this into relation within 6 months, the technology you have today, you don't necessarily have to play vinyl, which is obviously way more difficult than digital.
Yeah, of course.
But I learned the ropes of how to DJ within 6 to 8 months. But then I discovered the beauty of producing music. And that's way closer, obviously, to having some musical skills involved. And that's something I've been learning up until today.
Can I ask you another question, technical question? Sometimes me and the family, I have 2 girls, and, you know, we play music, you know, like on the weekends, and we sometimes, you know, everyone chooses a song, you know, and like usually like Disney songs, and I put on some electro songs, and my wife put something else, and everyone is mixing up. So I'm curious if there is an app similar to SoundCloud or YouTube that I can choose the link, choose the audio I want to bring in, and mix it. So my little girl is putting let it go, na 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 na, and I want to put the next song. So instead of having a full stop, we would actually have like a party, you know, I could put like something, and she could put, you know what I'm saying, just like, and kind of mix it together.
I'm 100% certain there's something out there for sure. Like you have like probably some sort of like little DJ app where you can do this. You have to in Spotify, you can put in a crossover, right? Of like 10, 15 seconds.
Oh yeah.
So they layer over.
Okay.
They do. So it's not a stop.
And is he using
settings.
some sort of an AI?
No.
Fade in, fade out.
Exactly. So it's like, it can sound pretty bad.
Okay.
You know, because 2 different songs, 2 different BPMs, 2 different keys.
Yeah.
They don't care. Simple fix, but you know, to don't have the party stop.
Yeah.
But surely all the DJ softwares out there, Tractor, Serato, whatever, Recordbox, I'm pretty sure they have an app where you can
play with it.
Yeah, probably.
Where do you play around Ericeira or so?
Sometimes. There were some good parties, like not last year, but the year before at 58 Mackay.
Yeah, of course.
Really good place. They have like, I think one of the best parties, outdoor summer parties I've ever played at.
Yeah.
The people are amazing. The vibe, you know, everything comes together on a long summer night, and then it's just beautiful.
It's amazing. It's an amazing place. Hey, we just had a little party there in the weekend.
How was it?
You was there?
No, I wasn't. But
it was really nice.
Yeah.
Really intimate. I don't know, 50 people, 70 people. I don't know. I cannot exactly measure. Really good fun. Really good fun. I don't remember who played, but he was like, you know, killing it. You know, it was really nice. We had really good time. Yeah, Tullio is amazing. He's a legend.
I love him. Like Tullio and Daniela, they put so much effort and heart into these parties, and I think that's what you need. You know, every time I talk to Tullio when we had these parties, he is very eager to provide the best sound possible.
Yeah,
and that's something as a DJ you have to rely on, because you can be the best DJ, you can come with the best music selection, but if the promoter provides you a shitty sound system, you won't reach the people.
Yeah,
and they say like, oh, this was a shit gig, but perhaps you played exactly the same set you played on a different day on a different sound system, but it didn't reach the people the same way because the sound wasn't as great. And Tullio is like, he puts so much thoughts into it, and it's really appreciated, because that's 50% of why these parties are so good. Yeah,
it's true. No, the sound over there is really good. Also downstairs.
Yeah,
the sound is really good. I was in a little house party, and they were bragging that they were bringing a very good sound system for that evening, and it was really good party with really cool people. But there was, I think, the highs, the trebles were very, very high, and I felt like it's scratching my, you know what I'm saying? Like it's scratching the inner part of my brain, you know. And I have tinnitus. Tinnitus. So it's, you know, it's even like, you know, I'm gonna have a bad night tonight.
Yeah,
I'm really sensitive to this. I'm actually wearing the plugs.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you produce music, look, I don't have a studio at the minute, so I adapted to producing on headphones, and you tend to put it really loud. You're listening to harsh frequencies. You're trying to EQ them. You get really, really sensitive to when you go to parties or stuff like this.
Yeah, this is how it happened. By the way, the tinnitus happened to me while working, because I'm editing, and editing is a lot of sound mixing and a lot of... And I was editing this really motivational video for this CEO, and I was the guy was a really good friend of mine, and I really needed to show him off, and really needed that job, and I was excited about it, and I was like, for 3 days I was like editing with the headphones and blasting it off. And since then, it doesn't leave me.
It's
But
my
I'm all right.
It's my biggest fear.
Hey, you learn how to like it. You learn how to live with it. Like
Yeah,
anything.
true.
Eventually, it's like, this is it. There is a funny movie about the DJ, a Dutch DJ that loses his hearing, and you never watch it. It's beginning of the 2000s, so 20 years or so. A Dutch DJ. The whole movie is in Dutch, and he is obviously lasting his ears completely throughout his career. And then he suddenly they discovered that he is not able to hear as well, and the doctor is telling him, "Hey, you're losing your hearing. In about 3 months, you're gonna be completely deaf." So he is. I don't know if it's possible. It's probably not, but for the sake of the movie, it was. So he's starting to use the sense of the bass,
It is possible.
the vibrations of the
Yeah.
bass, and DJ with them.
But it is possible.
It is
because
possible.
If you start DJing, it really depends what kind, how your hearing is skilled and set up. But for example, I pay a lot of attention to the bass as well. So and obviously that's the essence for beat matching, which is essential to DJ and make a smooth transition. And I'm more focused on the lows and make sure the bass and the kicks are aligned. Whereas, for example, David was always someone who was able to do it with the heads, like really focus on the highs.
Okay.
It really depends, and you can shift your hearing and your focus of your hearing. So
Okay.
possible.
Hey, so the idea, I wanted to talk to you. Tell me what do you think? I thought, because DJing is I'm very interested in the whole thing. I thought about like maybe sort of a little bit before spring, maybe we can do a little party here and have like a DJ talking and a DJ giving a set, So like someone is going up here giving, I don't know how much it needs to really, to make it really like nice kick in, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. I would say, because I would say 45 minutes or 30 minutes would be ideal, but maybe you need a little bit more. And then the DJ finish, and we are switching for a few minutes for like an interview, and we get one of the cameras to be over there behind my desk, and we have like a talk about his set and about what the other guy is playing right now. So sort of like boiler room podcasting together, something like that,
Yeah. The Mix Mag Lab?
No.
It's pretty good. It's like even better, for me personally, better than Boiler Room. So I would check it out. I can send you a link because these sets are more like artisan, crafty, and you have a few people in a room probably looking like this. And then you have a little party going on, but you have a proper introduction, maybe a quick interview, etc. I think they do it all on the spot. They don't have the swapping model, but that's obviously could also be cool.
Yeah, it's an option.
But it's what is always cool if you record a DJ set to also have people there to create a bit of a vibe,
Yeah.
Because the worst thing that happens, you record in front of no one. I did that during Corona, and then you have just cameras fronting at you, but no one there, and you play, and
How many people do you think you need?
I mean, you need to find the right balance between I think you have the right setup to have a proper interview sounding good while having music playing.
Yeah, I can control. Okay, so I can control technical aspects. I think I can control. We need to have we can have a camera here set up high up or something, or I don't know. Figure it out. A DJ table over here instead of this, and he will standing, and this will be his sort of background, and the control of the DJ will be here, and he will connect directly to the Rode mixer over there, and I can make it somehow that when we are talking over there, we have we have headphones, I guess, and the setup of the interview over there is, I guess, like won't interrupt with the music somehow. It's doable, like it will be like muffled from the back, and we can figure it out.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be like 100 people over here. I need like 10 people or something.
Yeah, I had 20 to 30 in my mind, but not more.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you could, as you said, you could just focus the party, so to say, in this area, and then the interview over there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's possible. Over here, you can have at least 10 people. Easy. Yeah. You don't need to have so many cameras. You can have one camera on the front and then one camera jumps to the interview area over there. You know?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think especially the place here, Ericeira, is missing a bit of these crafty approach to music.
Yeah.
Not just plain party, also something with a bit more depth. You know?
Yeah. So I'm thinking about bringing a few DJs. I want it also to be live, to be broadcasted live. You know.
Yeah.
Broadcast the whole thing live, maybe to Instagram, because it's also pushing you on the first. If you are live, that you get immediately. You are the first one that on the circles up. So I want it to be. I can broadcast live from here to Instagram in a very good streaming quality, and I would say Facebook as well, but nobody uses that.
Yeah.
And also record, and at the same time also record. So we will have some stuff to play with after, and just have a nice thing with like the upcoming DJ of this season. Like one guy can bring like a bit more psychedelic, like tribal psychedelic kind of like vibe, and another one can bring a bit more techno house kind of vibe, and have like a mix, of three.
Yeah. Love the idea.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I can bring my setup, CDJs, mixer.
Yeah, amazing. Let's do it. I love it. Thank you for coming, by the way. I'm sorry, this one is a short and sweet one, but I said if we are talking, let's record it.
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Marco, boy.